5,000 years ago, mankind invented writing, a way to record and communicate ideas. These simple marks on clay and paper changed the world, becoming the cornerstone of our intellectual and commercial lives. We are now witnessing the emergence of a new medium whose influence may one day rival that of writing. A modern computer fits on a desk, is affordable, and is simple enough for a child to play on. They can help architects to draw, scientists to model complex phenomena. They can even represent music. Whether a computer is needed to help a musician to compose, or a classical scholar to search electronically through the literature of the past, the computer can transform itself. It is a universal machine, totally unlike other ordinary machines.
Every so often, someone tries to build an automobile that turns itself into an airplane, and they don't work. A good automobile is not a good airplane, and a good airplane is not a good automobile, but people keep trying that. Well, a computer does have this kind of ability to transform itself into different things. A very good example is your standard personal computer. And the person who buys it decides, well, I want to use it for this, I want to use it for that. My daughter uses a computer for drawing. I use the same machine for writing books, something like that. And it's fine. There's no problem. In fact, it does a wonderful job at all of those things.
Computers control the way the world works, from the billions of dollars which fly back and forth across the globe each day, to the millions of goods in our shops. Tiny computers can be found in everything from our cars to the appliances in our houses. The uses of computers are limited only by our imaginations. Computers can be made to conjure up artificial universes and even allow people to experience them from the inside. They can be made to perform tasks which in humans require intelligence. It is ironic that this most versatile of machines, which may have an effect on human culture to rival the development of writing, was invented to do one thing only, something which humans did very slowly and inaccurately: arithmetic.
Divide the circumference of a circle by its diameter, and you get pi, a little over 3, one of those numbers which never ends. A modern desktop computer can calculate pi to any number of decimal places. For 707 places, it takes just 7 seconds. To accomplish this same task in the 19th century, an English schoolteacher called William Shanks devoted 28 years of his life. At night, Shanks would toil at the long calculations, which got ever harder the further he went. Tragically, he made a mistake at the 528th place, and so the last few years of his efforts were in vain. There were computers available in Shanks's day. They were not machines, but people. The word computer referred to a human being, a person who calculated. It was a tiring and unpleasant task, the mental equivalent of hard labour. The few aids available to such a computer, like the slide rule, were not very accurate. So mainly he relied on tables, books full of them, with ready-worked multiplications, squares and cubes, and shortcuts like logarithms. And inevitably, he made mistakes.
Typically, if the computer wanted to perform a multiplication, first he would take the number, he would need to look up the logarithm. He would then copy that out from the table onto a piece of paper. He would then look for his second number, look it up in the table, copy it out, again transferring it onto paper. He would then perform an addition. He would add the two numbers. and then refer for yet a third time into the table to look up the anti-logarithm, the reverse of this process, and then copy the result down again. There is every opportunity for error in every stage of that operation.
And even if he didn't make any mistakes, he might be relying on faulty tables, since they too depended on human accuracy. When new sets of tables were produced, errors were always found. Such errors became an obsession with the Victorian mathematician Charles Babbage. When he ordered new tables himself, he had the calculations done twice by two different human computers, so he could check one against the other.
The Astronomical Society had appointed a committee to prepare certain tables. We had decided on the proper formulae and had put them in the hands of two computers for calculation. We met one evening for the purpose of comparing the calculated results.
58.54.
Yes.
63, 18.55.
Correct.
67, 38.45.
Sorry, I've got 61, 38.45. Found it. It's error on mine. Right. 67, 38.45.
Finding many discordances, I expressed to my friend the wish that we could calculate by steam, to which he assented as within the bounds of possibility.